Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Interviewing Chefs on the NSB channel. Quickly before I start today's episode, just a few things. If you guys want to subscribe and turn on post notifications, we bring out weekly content to this YouTube channel. Drop a like if you enjoyed today's episode. Also, if you guys think you qualify to come on the series, go check out the contact details down below. I'll leave my Discord down below. Just to reiterate what my Discord is, it is Kasim #6003. Contact me on there, show me success with NSB, show me your overall progress with NSB, and I'll go ahead and consider you for this. I want to bring on as many people as possible. You guys really enjoyed this episode, so without further ado, let's jump straight into episode 3 with Jason. I'm gonna ask him the first question. That's all our chefs on the show. How did you discover your passion for clothing and shoes?
I really discovered my passion for clothing and shoes really in my early 40s. See, about 45, 46 years old in my mid 40s. I'm probably one of the older guys in this industry. And yeah, I guess right around that age, I ended up into shoes, clothing. My background, I'm a web developer, trade 24 years, programmer, search engine optimization, print. So pretty much I'm online anyways all day during the day. So getting to this and getting into shoes and high clothing with body kind of worked out just perfect for me.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like a lot of people that work in the online realm do jump over to buying. I know a lot of traders that have done so. I know a lot of YouTubers that go ahead and find out that there's a good revenue stream here. On top of that, it's pretty fun to go ahead and do. I mean, you're getting all these shoes that look really nice in some cases. It's challenging as well. It challenges you. It's not the most step forward things. I feel like jumping into it, if you work online, it is a definitely fun thing to do.
Sure, no, and definitely being online and having an opportunity to be able to follow the monitors and stuff pretty much 24/7 while you're working from the house benefits anyone in this position. I've been flipping items for years, whether it was shoes or clothing. It really didn't matter. Even in my early days, I'd flip pretty much anything that I could, resell on the market well before shoes and clothing became big.
Yeah, definitely. The ideology of reselling isn't restricted to shoes. I feel like a lot of people in this community kind of forget that sometimes. But we've seen people flip, especially during these times because of COVID-19. You've seen people flip Nintendo Switches. You've seen people flip gym equipment, especially just in things that are in low demand and high demand, sorry, and low stock. That tends to bring in a lot of money. However, you were speaking about some of the first releases you went for, and you've been flipping for a long time. So I wanted to ask you, what were some of the first releases you went for manually?
I guess mainly, really, some of the first releases I went for probably had to be really Yeezys. Those are kind of really the ones I first got into as far as in the trying to resell the shoes, not really for the foot at that point in my life. Of course, a couple years ago, Yeezy values from a resale level were about 2 to 3 times higher than they are currently right now. So it kind of made it easy for me.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree there. Yeezy is one of those really talks about resellable sneakers. If you go up to anyone and you ask them about the idea of reselling sneakers, they're going to talk about Yeezys just because there's loads of silhouettes out there, there's loads of colorways out there. Everyone knows about it. Obviously, it's a linked with Kanye West and obviously the Kardashians as well. So a lot of people hear about it. And yeah, back then the Yeezy ROI was amazing. Like literally, you could sell like Yeezy Zebras for like $2,000. It was amazing to see. Loads of resale, but also because more pairs are coming into circulation, and also the infamous comment from Kanye West saying that one day there'll be Yeezys for everyone. Obviously, the resale has gone down, but nevertheless, there's always money to be made.
Oh yeah, he's made sure that his comment was definitely true.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like literally it's like every month we're seeing new Yeezy releases, and then obviously recently, back from last July, he introduced the reflective model of these pairs. Obviously, more pairs are coming into public, and a lot more people are going for them. And obviously, there's money to be made, but it kind of makes you reminisce on the times where Yeezys were very limited, and obviously you can flip one for like $2,000, so you're making like $1,800 there. It's just a lot better times, a lot more money was made back then. But I feel like as a company standpoint, it's definitely the good way to go for them. They're making more money, more silhouettes are going out there, and the name is overall being pushed forward.
For sure, and the market, of course, has changed since the Yeezys. I mean, now with New Balance and spin outs and all these other collabs and stuff on the market from shoes.
Yeah, there's a lot more releases as of right now. Everyone's going for them, everyone's buying them, and that is one of the topics that they want to talk about. When you finally decide to elevate your game and go for a bot, what made you side with NSB to go ahead and bot these releases?
Really, I kind of, I was doing it manually only for about 2 months. And of course, with my background being in computers and web development, I have a really strong background as far as, running programs and stuff. So I really wasn't worried about learning it. So I kind of just did some research. NSB was actually my second bot that I had ever purchased. Pretty much since then, I've never looked back. I've been running NSB for about a year and a half now, I guess, and I'm pretty successful with every drop that I go after. Of course, there's time to time, everybody can't get a W every single cook drop.
Yeah, definitely. With botting, I feel like it's a lot more of hit or miss. There's a lot more experience needed to go ahead and make yourself a successful botter. That is one of the things that I've definitely picked up in my time of over botting for 2 years. And yeah, you said NSB was your second bot. You never looked back since then. I personally feel like even when I wasn't affiliated with the team, they have been successful. It's been a very, very good bot. And I feel like the stigma of the bot being constantly in stock is pretty strong. However, the success is there literally this bot cooks and it doesn't even matter that's in stock. I feel like personally NSB is one of those bots that accommodates to people that are completely new because there's no challenge of running all these monitors and tools just to get the bot. You can actually just go on their website and check out the bot, which the link will be down below if you guys want to check out. However, it does accommodate to new botters, and obviously, like you said, you never look back since then, so that's obviously a good thing to hear.
For sure. Yeah, with NSB, I mean, mainly it was just spending time to learn what it needs. And of course, in this industry, every site that we have to go after pretty much needs different delays, different proxies, different modes. So I spent probably the first 3 months after I got NSB pretty much it's an Excel file. I'm a little OCD, so I sat down with an Excel file and actually put in every single delay, every single site, every proxy, every mode I used, and then basically tracked to see what worked over those 3 months. And after a little bit, you just kind of had your own mood with what works and what didn't.
That is a very strong approach to take. I feel like not a lot of people do that. The successful people have done that. They go ahead and organize it, they learn what works, what doesn't, and that links to that idea of just gaining experience in the game. So obviously you went through that learning phase for 3 months. You went ahead and learned what was successful or not. However, what jobs have you been successful with on NSB?
Recently, I guess it'd be like the Easy Alvas, the Kentuckys, Syracuse, anything with the Nike Dunk I go after. So Plums, the Viotechs, kept some Air Force One clots on a restock recently. Nike Air Force One, what the LAs, Kith, of course, pretty much everybody likes a good Kith Monday when it's hot. Um, you know, Jordan Courts, Purples, Royal Toes. I've been pretty successful with NSB. It's by far my favorite bot that I use on the market right now.
Definitely, I feel like all the successes coming in for yourself. It sounds very, very good to hear. However, one idea that I do want to talk about, you've talked about all these releases that you're bringing in, you're copying loads of releases, you're bringing in loads of profits. How has that affected your personal life, both positively and negatively?
Well, of course, I'm married. I have a kid on the way, so it's affected my life positively and negatively. For those nights where I sleep on the couch to wake up and after DSML and wife's looking at me like I'm a complete nut that I'm sleeping on the couch to wake up at 4:30 in the morning for a drop or two and then turn around and hit the US drops. So yeah, it's definitely got its up and downs. So, from a financial aspect, anytime that you can bring in, several $1,000s a month on the side, reselling shoes, clothing, Funko toys, baseball cards, what it is, we go after. I believe about a year ago, we all went after some coins. Those coins on a flip level were $75 on a resale level. And we were all reselling those for about 17 to $1,800. Ended up picking up two of those coins. I've actually still had those, set those aside for about 10 years. So there's definitely financial gain in it.
Yeah, the financial gain that some people go through is amazing. Obviously, some people come into the game expecting to make huge, huge gains. But like we talked about, there is a learning phase there. You need to know how to navigate. It's a very opportunist type of community because depending on the stock, depending on the demand, depending on which community we actually tap into, like similarly with the coins, obviously not a lot of people in this community is interested in them, but there is a community of people that collect them. So obviously setting them aside, watching the value go up is definitely a good way to bring in some money.
The little things that I like to see added in the future are is we have a option in there where it does a PayPal checkout. Only a couple sites actually require PayPal checkout. Of course, like any other tool that you use, you're logged into a PayPal window, you'll have a timeout. Timeout could be 15, 20 minutes. You're logged out of that PayPal window. Some of the other tools that we use with Google are like auto refresh and stuff, which I use all the time when I'm going after ops manually to keep my PayPal's logged in. Love to see a auto refresh option. within the PayPal login window so we could keep our logged ins a little bit longer. Another, I think, a very helpful feature would be auto captcha solver. Recently, a company on the market had actually released those and integrated it to several bots that are on the market currently. Love to see that integration in NSB as well.
Yeah, definitely. I work with the team behind the scenes, and the company you're referring to, if I'm mistaken, is AYCD, correct? Yeah, I've been speaking with the team. We're working on some videos. Obviously, I speak with the team to plan out the videos for the month, and it's looking very, very optimistic that that will be added into the bot very soon. To any viewers listening right now, if that is something you want coming to the bot, it's coming very soon. It's a very, very exciting time for NSB. I feel like this is going to elevate its performance and overall just make the bot amazing, even more better than it is now. However, to conclude today's Interviewing Chefs episode, if you were to be greeted by a brand new bot, someone that has never bought it before, someone very new to the community, would you recommend NSB to someone that hasn't tried it out yet?
I recommend people all the time to NSB. It's one of the easier bots on the markets to learn. A person on a starter level, of course, with my history and my background with web development, it's easier for me to pick up on things. But there's people that are, younger age that come into this market, just picking up on software for the first time, or it's an older man that's just getting into the market as well. Also, with the built-in monitors that NSB has, it's really easy for NSB to, I think, be pretty much the king when it comes to restocks on the market currently right now. Yeah, I send people over there weekly to you guys.
That's awesome to hear. We really, really appreciate that. Obviously, with our user base, if they're working with us and they're being positive and sending people over, we love to appreciate it. And obviously, we bring on the best of the best onto this series to go ahead and give you guys a platform to go ahead and advertise yourself, talk about yourself and how you've integrated yourself into the NSB family. So, to conclude today's episode, if you guys want to check out Jason, all his socials will be down below. I highly, highly recommend it. He's an amazing guy, obviously, with an amazing backstory. That's going to conclude today's episode. If you guys did enjoy, please drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and once again, if you guys think you qualified to come onto the Interviewing Chefs series, go ahead and contact me on my Discord. That is Kasim #6003. I'm going to catch you guys next time. Peace out.